Welcome back to the Ocean Blue. After last week's races, PJ remained the fastest of them all. However, this week, it's less about competition with our 4 submariners and more about the joy of a good group sing-along.
We're going on a treasure hunt.
We're going on a treasure hunt.
I'm in my submarine.
I'm in my submarine.
Elijah, I can't hear you.
I know.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. Oh, look! It's a treasure chest.
And an octopus.
Can't go over it.
Please, no more of that song.
I can't go. Ew.
Thank you, octopus.
Ugh. Gross. That is not the treasure that we're looking for. That thing is filled with bones and algae.
I've seen that treasure chest before, except I wouldn't actually call it treasure. Yeah, that's my old chest. It's from my old life. I don't need it anymore. It's one of the reasons that our ship sank. See, now I know what real treasure looks like. Come on, boys and girls, dive with me and let's get a closer look at this chest. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and dive. Wonderful. Okay, so now that we're a little deeper, you can see my not so treasure chest up close. Sometimes in life, boys and girls, we have desires that are, well, selfish. And those selfish desires can cause us to sink. See, I was pretty selfish when I wanted that old disgusting treasure chest. See, when we were on the ship, we were supposed to be sailing back to shore before the sunset, but I really wanted that treasure chest, or so I thought. So I turned our ship around and we got the chest, and then when I got it and I looked inside, well, it wasn't anything cool like gold or jewels. It was old bones and algae. And like I said, it was really heavy, which was not great for our ship.
And I'm just saying, it was very dark, and it was pretty hard for us to see how to get home.
I know. Look, sorry again. Okay, when it comes to selfish desires, the Bible tells us this in James 3:16. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. All right, let's use our sonar system to see just how bad our selfish desires can sink us. So this story comes from the book of Jonah, and in it, God tells the prophet Jonah to go to the town of Nineveh and tell the people to turn back from their wicked ways or else they'll be destroyed. But Jonah did not want to do that. So instead of doing what God asked of him to do and save the people of Nineveh, he ran in the opposite direction towards a place called Tarshish. He boarded a ship on its way to Tarshish, and so God sent a storm that rocked the ship like crazy. Okay, everyone rock around like you're on that ship. Whoa! Ah. Whew. That was crazy. The crew of the ship were freaking out. They had no idea why this was happening, but Jonah did. He knew it was happening because of him. So he had the crew throw him overboard. And once he did that, the storm stopped immediately. And then Jonah was swallowed by a big fish. Everyone go, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I know. Jonah's selfish desires really sunk him, huh? From being on a ship in the middle of a huge, crazy storm to being thrown overboard to being swallowed by a big fish. While Jonah was in the belly of that fish, he prayed to God and asked God for forgiveness. And God forgave him and gave Jonah a second chance. And after 3 days and 3 nights, God ordered the big fish to spit Jonah out onto the beach. Jonah went to Nineveh just like he was supposed to do in the first place and delivered the message to the people. And when he did, the people quit their wicked ways, turned back to God, and were not destroyed, just like God had promised. See, sometimes we let our selfish desires hold us back from the real treasure. So, like when we choose not to be obedient to God or to those in charge of us, like our parents or our teachers, or when we choose not to be kind and courteous to our friends, well, that can really hurt others and it can sink us. See, the whole point of Jonah going to Nineveh was to save the people. If he didn't go at all, it could have really hurt the people of that town. And then, of course, we saw that it sunk Jonah all the way underwater into the belly of a huge fish. See, boys and girls, sometimes the treasure we think we want is actually no good for us. But when we choose to follow God and do what He asks for us, that's when we can gain the real treasure. Ezekiel 36:26 says this, "And I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you. I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart." Jonah being spit out of the belly of the fish was his own baptism. He left his selfishness under the surface and was spit out, quite literally, into new life. When we say yes to Jesus on the inside, and when we dive into new life through baptism on the outside, we can imagine our selfish desires being swallowed up by a big fish and left under the surface. And when we come out of the water, just like Jonah did, we can enter into new life with God and share in His desires, which will keep us from sinking. Boys and girls, when I got baptized, I remember making this face. It was kind of like, because I was so excited to be entering into new life with Jesus, and I was so excited to share with those around me that I had finally made that decision.
That's so awesome, Alex. But if you didn't find the treasure in that old chest, then where'd you find it instead?
In Jesus. When I said yes to Jesus, I dove into a new life with new wants. And what I want now is what Jesus wants for me, because He knows what's best for me. And right here with you guys, well, I can see that that's where the real treasure is, in this beautiful ocean that He has provided for us.
Well then, let's just cruise and enjoy everything that's around us.
Let's do it.
Wait, first we have to do the big idea. Come on, boys and girls. You know what to do. Up on your feet. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Dive in to new life. All right, Jonathan, now we can cruise.
The only thing that can make this better is a song.
Please, Jonathan, no more of your songs. Let's just enjoy this moment in peace.
We're going on a trip in our favorite submarine. Zooming through the sea.
I don't know about you, but I'm so thankful for all of the times I didn't get what I thought I wanted. Because what God has in store for us is so much better than anything I could ever imagine. We'll see you next time. But for now, our submariners have a lot of ocean floor to cover.